another, and on Facebook, same name, and eBay as well. So you can check me out on them. Facebook, you can friend me or follow. You need to friend me if you want to leave comments on the posts. I've had to change it because being public to everybody was not right. so the only people who can comment on my posts are friends, not followers. But you still get to see it and see what I put out. So anyhow, I'm just going to fix up my settings here. 2 seconds. And that's it. Yeah, so I went down the bank and I've got $50 of twos, just one roll. That's all. They ran out of 50 cents in dollars, so I had $50 left there. So anyway, I got one roll of twos, so we'll see if we're lucky enough to get a colour. And I got $90 of 50 cents and $100 of $1, all from my all from my little bank, these ones. So anyhow, and I'll look at the $2 first, but while I was down there getting coins, some more international coins, 10 cent, no, 20 cents Singapore, there, 2009, so that was in there, and United Arab Emirates, which is really, really shiny, eh? Don't know what year it is, but look how shiny it's showing all the camera, me, everything. Yeah, not on a show me. Yeah, a couple of internationals. Pop them over there. And Wisey, how you going, buddy? Just the man I was going to, I sent your stuff off to, but I did put in there that I was looking for you mentioned the 22 crop circle when you asked me about another coin that you wanted. You had me looking everywhere. And I put in there, they don't exist. I haven't got a 22 crop circle. That's all I've got is a 22 with the bubble there that Snapper sent me. So I've only got that one, but I've never found a 22 other than the snake eyes, or one eye snake eye, the ones I got. One eye snake eye. Yeah, I got the one eye snake eye, that's right, I did, with those 50 cents anyhow. But yeah, so yeah, we haven't found them as yet. Maybe we will now that you've said it, who knows. I don't know if this is bright enough. I turned the lights down a bit because of the background being dark. It brightens them up good. Anyway, we'll see if there's any colour in this one roll. Doubt it, but yeah, just never know. Yeah, nothing. Zip. Let's see. Looking for rim cuds. Looking for fakes as well. Fake $2. Counterfeits. Nothing there, no rim cuds and no die cracks, no lamb flaws. No nothings. We'll see what we got here for date wise. But I'll just put this over. It's a bit ratty, but it does the job. I only need it 5 times. I think that's what this is. Just to see what dates there are, and amazing. A 99 small head. I'll pull that out to show you. That's pretty hard to find. What's that one? 93. I think that's a 93. Yep, that's another one. 4.8 million. There, you know, even though I don't normally worry about looking for dates, which I'm not, but I'll show you those two because that's two really hard ones to find there. So the 93s and the 98s, the 98s are nearly 9 million, but they're really hard to find, really hard to find. And the 93s, the same. And anyone that's looking for dates for their collections through Noodling will know that that 93s and 98s are really hard to come by. So that was a pretty good score, that 93. Yeah, it's a bit, it's damaged. I won't keep it, but just to let you know that if you're interested in keeping them, I probably would keep a few anyway and try and get best top condition ones, because they are hard to come by. You can go through many hundreds of dollars before you'll see one of them, same as the 98. 98 you'll see more often, but 93s, no. You can have a run of them and then you don't see them again for a long time. This one's really scarce. This is a 1999 standard head 1999, and this one stands out beautiful. The distance between the top of the lettering to the inner rim, this is if you said if it was 1 mil, if that, well, it could be close to it, say it's 0.8 or something. Yeah. The large head's like 0.6, 0.7. They're really hard to tell, but with this, with having a bit of a flat rim, it's just brought it down a bit and exposed the actual distance a bit better. And you can see it sits away from it, but that's the standard head. One of these to every 20 to 30 large head, 1999. Yeah, so that's really another scarce one to find when you're looking. Let me just check. Yep. And as with the $1, the age pension, the IRB is all spaced, whether it be the small head or the large head. They did not change the IRB. So the IRB in a lot of denominations means large head. But in this, you can see it's all spaced. It's a small head. And the large head is all spaced. So in this one, the IRB doesn't count the same as the $1. It's always all spaced. What you look for is here. That's the only difference they did. They didn't change that. So all spaced is what the $2 is and what the $1 is. But it's here, you look. And same on the $1. Very hard to tell the difference. Really close, the same. So that's a scarcer one. The standard 1999, one of the few coins where the standard is harder to get than the variety. That's one of them. And a really hard to find 1993. They're probably just as hard as each other, you know, those two. Fine. Anyway, so keep your eye out for them. Keep them there. So yeah, so that's it in $2. At least you got, I mean, if you were looking through them, you'd be really happy with those. You would be, unless you had a better 93 already. But if you didn't, and you just found one, you'd want to keep it, even if it was like that, because you might not find another one for a while. And if you stop noodling, well, that's what you'll end up with. So you might get one in your change in 50 years' time. Yeah, and that small head, which standard head, 1999, yeah, that's really hard to find too. So two there. And then what I was going to say is the $10 of 5-cent pieces, I went through them because there was just way too many to be doing it on here. So I went through them, and here's the result. So we start off at the these ones here, the 94, the 84. So what I've got there is two 84s, just to show that these on the back, these are the smaller echidna. You can see the distance between there and here. So they're the smaller echidna, both of them. I'll come out a bit. Yeah, so these two are smaller echidnas, and you can tell by the difference of where the SD is, and you can. It doesn't matter up here. They're not low sitting and high sitting. The distance won't change up here with the large echidna that these come with, and the smaller echidna. It'll stay there the same. Just it's the larger echidna, it comes down bigger, and you get a smaller gap. So that's the 84. So I've got two small. I'm just looking. I don't know where I put them. Anyhow, so two small 84s I found in that 200 coins, the $10 worth. And what I was going to show you is that there's two echidnas to find. There's the small and the large. Now, I've got a bag somewhere, and I've got another 384s in there, and they're all small echidnas, okay? So that's another one, but in better condition, that 84. So they're all small echidnas, and I got 3 in the bag, just to show that this one is the rarer of the two. And this one is the 84 large echidna. And so the distance stays the same. So they're not low sitting and high sitting. They both sit exactly the same. That's a bigger echidna. All right, the only low and high sitting echidnas is on the 72. Every other year that they say it is, or whatever people use the wrong thing for, it's not. Every other year is small and large, or large and small. And they sit exactly the same place. They don't change. But you can see it's actually got different spikes on there. Just noticed it now, putting them together. The spikes are different. So that's a large echidna, 1984. And these are all small echidna, 1984. And I've got 3 more that are small echidna. So that there, so far, and I've thrown them all back. This one's about 1 to 15 or something at the moment. It could be more because I haven't kept real track. So that's scarce, and that's a large echidna. You got your small, and you got your large. So there's a bigger echidna. Oh, is it different up there? Oh no, it looks the same. Yeah, I don't know, there could be, I don't know, something's catching my eye, they're not quite the same, but anyhow. There's probably spikes somewhere else that are not the same too. Usually around here they do it, which is a preview mark anyway. So yeah, so they do exist, small and large echidna on the 84. And that's a nice condition 84 too for the large. So the larger is the rarer of the two out of those ones, the 84. Yeah, large echidna. Alright, so I found 2 small ones, kept them just to show everyone the variety, because I've got it here, and I found 1. That's all I got. 1 in what, I don't know, many years. So I don't noodle too many 5-cent pieces, but yeah, so I just know that the large is rarer on the 84. So I thought I'd show you that one. Jobby, how you going, buddy? So yeah, so I thought I'd show you that one because you should, need to know that one because it's a variety and it's really hard to find. Then you got the 88 here. And I've finally got 2 nice ones together in a hit. I've only got one other large, broad font. That's broad font. and that's standard font. So there's a variety with these. That's what the variety is. Broad, I wonder if I can put them down there. Oh yeah. So the variety doesn't like being down there really. So I'll bring it up a bit closer. There. So anyway, so you've got a broad variety and you've got the thin. Alright, so I've got another variety out of there. Beautiful. And I've only got one other one. I got it on eBay at the moment. And no one else has got them. I'm the only one that's got it, but no one's interested in it. It's been on for a couple of weeks. So there you go. So there's another variety that I found to show you. Well, the 84 wasn't. I already had it, but that was to remind me to show you guys that they exist. Then I got two 1992 with the large SD. So they look like a couple of cobras coming out of the basket and stretching right up. The normal SD is, well, a proper S, you know. It's got an upper and a lower bowl, just like an 8 that's been cut. But these ones, they're stretched. And they look like, well, to me, they look like cobras coming out of the basket. If you think the basket's at the bottom, and then it stretches. And then it gets a head on it. Oh, I can't get this any closer. Yeah, and then it stretches and it gets a little bend over at the top basically for its head. I wonder if I need to put this in there. There. So it looks like a snake, cobra. Yeah, and you'll see the difference between this and let me just see if I can get. I think that, oh, it's steaming up from my hands, you know what's happened? It has too. Oh, anyway, there it is. It's stretched up like a snake. You'll see the difference between that large SD and the small SD. So that's, my hands were, I put a bit of moisturiser on, I think that's what it is. It heats your hands up. Anyway, so 1992, two large SD varieties. And you can get them on 91, 92, 93 and 94. And the 94 is the absolute hardest one to find and identify. The 91, 2 and 3, their SDs are mid-range, and when you compare them, you'll see it straight away. The 94, for whatever reason, their standard die, they must have run out of dies, and they've got a new one made. And the 94 SD is in between this and the standard SD. And so there's a big SD on the 94 to start with. Okay, so they're really hard to tell, but you'll get it straight away if you notice that they look like a snake coming out of a basket. So they go up and then they stretch and a little bit over the top. All of them do the same. All the others are a proper S. An 8 with the bowls cut right and left. So anyway, look for them. Get a set of 4. Which I've got here. So there's a set of 4 of them. 91, 92, 93 and 94. All with the large SD. Should I show you? Oh, now I've got it here. See if I can just put them on my hand here. Best way is have them all going into the center and zoom up. So all of them are large SD. Okay, you can see they're all snaked. So every one of them, including, that's a 91. Yeah, that's the 94, including the 94. So the 94 is the hardest one to identify because the standard is big. But that's all you have to do is just remember they look like snakes. coming out of a basket. So that's all 4, right? There you go. So try and get yourself a set of 4 like that, all in not too bad a condition. Oops. Blooper time. Yeah, not too bad a condition. Alright, so that's 4 of them, just to show you the 92s, and I showed you the 88. Alright, so there you go. Not too bad on the 5-cent pieces, I've got to say. You get a lot of good stuff out of there, but you know, the 92s are good, they're fine, and the 88 broad font, extremely hard to find. Extremely hard to find. So that was just real luck finding that. I said many times I had a whole ton of them, and I thought I had a few of them with the large, with the broad font. And when I checked them, they didn't. Only ended up with, out of all the ones I had, and I kept like a bag full of these 84s. Not the 84s, the 88s. And when I did go through properly, check them right up close, you know, study them really good, because there's wear that makes things wider. And anyway, I ended up with 1. I couldn't believe it. I really thought I had a heap of them. And anyway, so that's another one I found. So, like, you know, they're 3, 4, 5, 6 months in between. I don't know how many 5-cent pieces. Quite a few 88s in my hand. So anyway, that was a really good find. The broad font 88, top find. And when I found that 84 large large echidna, that's going back about, that's got to be 4 or 5 weeks ago now, I think. I was over the moon, eh? It's really good finding echidna varieties. There's not many of them around to find. You've got to get mint sets, 85, 86. I had an 87, I checked that. That didn't have the large. The 87 is the 87. I'm trying to think. 87. I have to look on my note here for the 87. So the 87, yeah, the smaller kidney is the harder to find on the 87. But the 84, small, large, both. Well, the large is the rarer. 85, the large is the rarer. 86, the small is the rarer. And 87, the small is the rarer. Stop, pause, rewind, and write them down. So, yeah, 2 of them are out of mint sets. 85, 86. And I've had them out of both of them. I've had all of them. I used to buy the mint sets just for that, to look for the variety in them. 99 large head, as I said, compared to like that $2. That's the small head, $2. That's a large head, $1. If I find a small head of one of these, you'll see that's what it looks like. But it's not. You'll say, "Oh, that's a big gap," but it's not. When you got them together, they're not. It's probably a little bit. It's the rim that's down, making that look very nice. That's why it stood out to me. Otherwise, you got to get a few of these together and study to be able to pick them out. They're not easy. So this 99 get rotated, and you can get cuds in the flames. And that's a large head, so I'll keep that there to hopefully find another one. Come on, the mule hunting. Always, every day is a mule hunt anyway. I suppose everybody, when they're doing their $1. That's another large head. And all the rotates that I've had, they're 30 degrees out, and every one of them has been on the large head. The cut areas in the flame in here and on here are both small and large head. I've got them. 4.1, very low mintage. Try and find them in good nick. Good luck. You do now and then, man. Let me read. You're doing it at Woolies, swapping your coins at Woolies, Jobby. Man, anyway, it's a lottery, mate. You could do that. You know, I'll wait for the day I get change, and you know, I have had a rotate for change, a 2001. That might be my best change I've had. Yeah, I'd have to say that probably is my best change I've had. I haven't had any ring in the yours, but that's probably is it? No, I had a 5 cents struck out of collar. That was pretty well squashed right out and up, really cupped up. That was pretty good. I got $70 for that. Yeah, so that might have been the best find. What year was that? 2005, 2006, 5 cents. Struck out of collar. Yeah, beauty, real beauty. Just tongued right up, beautiful. Yeah, so that's probably my best find in my change. But anyway, we all hope to get that coin in the change that is a real good one, unexpected. But anywhere and everywhere is my motto. Wherever you can get coins from, you check. Oh look, oh, beautiful. I need this guy to make all my sets up. I got 7 sets, and I've got enough there to make up another 5 or 6. But I'm missing this guy. I got one last time, so that's 2 now. 2 more. Oh, I made the setup, and it made 7. So this will make set number 8. And then, yeah, beautiful, excellent. So yeah, Woolies post office released these, and the mint, 4 coins, 4 different dinosaurs, and you can get them with the privy mark and mint mark. So C mint mark and the B SM privy mark on the dinosaurs, and then you can get the proof set with the privy mark and mint set mint mark, and they still got them at the mint too, by the way. The post office is selling their packs of 4 for $8 now, from $4 down to 8 online and in the shops. And my post office has got boxes of them. I bought one when they first came out. I'm not interested. I can find them. If you want them uncirculated, of course. You can buy them online from them too. You only need to buy 4 and you'll get free postage. Don't buy 3 because then you'll pay $10 postage. Buy 4 and then you get postage for free, and then you go over $30. But the mint, anything over $350 before they send it free. It's always $10 up till then. So the post office for postage saving is 10 times better. And check the post office site with the mint site, because a lot of the time the post office site has coins that the mint's got, and you'll save on postage. I know I don't get promoted for them, of course. It'd be alright if they did pay me. I'd probably carry on a bit more. But anyway, that's the truth, just let you know. That's absolutely been beaten. It's no error. It's not worn out. It's not difill or nothing. That's been beaten to death. Been bashed. Bashed. Ball being hammered. You can see that H. It's going sideways. Anyway, that's been hit. Just know your industry, you know, don't jump to straight away that it's difill in it, you know, grease or oil. Some of these coins are so weak they take hits really badly. The 2000s are the same. And if they get hitting on those letters all the time, they just bash them down. Just knocking metal off them and bashing them down. So anyway, got to make sure you know the difference between them. I've got a few 50s here. I don't know if I'm going to do all these. I'll try just to get through and don't talk. unless there's a mule turns up, then I will. Very nicely, casually accept it and move on till I find another one. After 15 minutes of clucking about it. Yeah, nothing happens with him. Bring in another one. The next victim. Oh, good one. Looper. Yeah, we've got them all under control. Didn't mix up with the other ones. There you go. Another large head, right up close. Just keep note of me saying large head till we find the small. As I said with the $2, the small head's extremely hard to find. I was looking at what I thought. Come on, rotate. No rotate. You can get thin and broad. 1901 here. That's a broad. And then you get them rotated, and you're supposedly able to get a large head variety, obverse, all spaced IRB. I've never seen one, not even photos, nothing, no proof of it at all, other than somebody decides to jot it in a book and then it becomes gospel. But I've never seen one, and no photos either. I mean, could be, but I'm just waiting for somebody to watch any videos I say about it when I'm talking about it and say, hey, I've got one, here's the photos. And they've got to be in the mirror so I can see the front and the back at the same time, not just one of each, because no, I won't pull up with that. You can get a 2001 Navy and take a picture of the obverse on that, because you can get them in large head all space, which I found 2 in one hit from Willie's, almost uncirculated they were. And they were the large head, with, not Navy, RAAF, 2001s. Not intended for circulation, they were cement marks I think they were. But yeah, 2 of them from Willie's net. Last $1. Ain't got much there so far. One coin. The dinosaur. The long neck dude. Let's bring it again. A little bit of arthritis. And I'll tell you the other thing too, when my back plays up, I know when my back's gonna go on me, because I start dropping everything. You know, it's like your back wants to go on you. So the dexterity, I know it straight away. I start dropping things because for whatever reason, the nerve in the back's affecting the hands for sure. But every time, 100%, if I start picking things up and I drop and I'm like, I knew I shouldn't, that I had it, I'll say to my wife and I go, my back's going to go in. I'm dropping everything. And it does. That's broad date as well. No large head, no way. But if you found one, cool, take it to Downies. That's how rare that would be, for sure. Oh, excuse me, I put it in there. Not much in here, come on. Another large head. No errors. 14, that could have been the Marlborough, couldn't it? That's it. A load of rubbish. Well, that 99 I'll put back. So all large heads, 5 of them. So anyway, small head, try and find them. One coin out of 4 rolls. Jeez. One keeper, that's it. Anyway, they're not worth, well, $2 uncirculated, which means these circulated ones are worth $1 now. That's all they're worth, because uncirculated are worth $2. And if you drop down in your grade from an uncirculated and work your way down, it could be like it's worth $1.20 or but in fact it's $1. They're just worth $1 now. That's all they're worth, because you can buy the packs for $8 uncirculated in a pack, and that has to account for doubling. And so if you double backwards, this can't go lower than $1, so it would be less than that if it could. So yeah, pity for all those people that paid heaps of dollars for them on eBay too, thinking they were going to sell out or whatever. They didn't. So circulated's $1. Presents for somebody to use or whatever, because these will never go up unless the uncirculated sets go up, and then these tag behind them, and then they'll tag behind depending in grade. So yeah, there you go. I bought a set of these when they came out, $12 or $8 today. So I lost $4 on that. Everyone else has too. And then anyone that bought the circulated ones have lost everything because it's down to face value. Just fun to have, that's all now. Alright, 50 centers. We'll go 2021 straight off the mark. And I've got it upside down, must be a good reason that this is going to be rotated. No. Oh yeah, with the back you're saying there, Jobby. Yeah, 2006 and 83, 50 cents. Yeah, that's what you see. No, I don't know what you mean by that, if you meant that. But, so there's everything's just repetitive in here anyway, which is good because that's how you find what errors and varieties. Well, that's stupid to say anyway. It's not going to be repetitive if they're like this. 2019, 2 million. Beautiful, not bad condition. That's probably the best one I've found for a little while. It seems that they're marking up really bad if you find them now. Unless you got them straight away, they're scratching up and pretty badly. Not looking the best. That's a nice 76. Oh, it's another 71. You know, I said that like 3 times in a row. If anyone's been watching, every time I've had a guess and said, I think I said a 75, 76, 76, and 3 times 71. So anyway, just point out again, whatever's going on, there's heaps of nice 71s out there for your sets. Don't buy a 71 50 cents, just get a ton of 50s and keep looking, you'll get one pretty quickly. Cut error to the chaplain's robe. I think that's got some dye fill going on in there. And at the R, there's a little cud on the leg of the R here. Just a bit in the D. A cut in there. Just that R is filled there, tiny one. The 9 is filled, it's got a dot in the centre. The 3 is thicker at the bottom, it's thickened out. Yeah, that doesn't happen much there. So you got dye fill going on in the letters, or dye wear. It's chipped out. Doubling of the bugler. His dye wear, that is. The dye's worn on the rim of the design on the field. And it fills that before it fills this. So you can imagine something, running over the edge to go into here to fill. Well, this edge here is worn. So it fills up that edge first, steps down, and then fills up inside. That's how this happens. And down here he's doubled up too. And here. Yeah, so that's on that side. Check the queen, she gets them all over, everywhere. Nothing today. So yeah, so a bit of dye wear around the bugler there. And nice big chip in the dye going on there. Wow, I would have said that was, I was going to take, I was going to be smart and say, oh, 78 or something, Look what it is, 2010. That's a shocker. There's a 4. You get shadow bars on there, nothing. 1980 double bars on there. Oh, there they are, right there. Double bars with like train tracks. So it's a variety. The mint put them in there by mistake, but they put them in there. It's not dye wear, it's not dye cracks. They're perfect. People thought it was the continuation of that reading, and the mint said no, it's not. But somebody put it in 79 and then again 80. So I gather that the 80s are actually 79 reverses. You wouldn't know because they never changed them. But I reckon these were bought in 79. That's why they were done again, because they wouldn't have done it in 80 after that. They took them, ground all that out, and put them back into the chucks for the dyes, and used them. So you can see, you can find these, and you'll get see a little knob there and a little knob there, or on this side. That's where they ground it out, and then re-put it in and used them again. So I reckon these were 79 reverses they got, and they all had that in there by mistake. Yeah, so that's a variety. Nice. Oh, nice 77, 25 mil, 25 years. Unless it was a mobberoos when I turned it over, I'd keel over, mate. If you wouldn't hear me for 10 minutes, I'd have to get an ambulance and pick me up off the floor, mate. If that was a 77 coat of arms. Whew. Yeah, the old heart's beating now just to ever find one of them. Tell you, you want to celebrate if you did. Yeah, so very nice. Nice condition. I got a nice one last time too. A bit better on the edge for me. It's got a little bit of marking on it. 2012, looking for the crop circle up here. Looks like a Fruit Loop. And then you'll get cuds all around the shields, all down the kangaroo, on the paws. Look all around there. 22, it gets a bubble error just here. Looks like that. There, but about that size. Just off that one. Same place as the 21 with the crop circle. And then on the 22 here, you can get snake eyes here. They're two diamond shaped cuds spread apart from each other, and they look like a pair of eyes. So give it the name of snake eyes. Very nice. And Wisey sent me one, which was an absolute superb specimen of that era, because it was spot on. The two cuds were exactly right, in the right spot. The eyes were there, because I've got coins. I think I've got 5, and I've got one with one eye, and one eye and a little bit over here, and with different amounts of dots, because there's lots of dots. So I reckon somebody wiped it out and left debris on there. That's what came about. So there's so the error is progressively leading up to it, and then obviously it'll get worse, or something will happen after that. And there's actually a little cud starting on to the right of the right eye in the snakes. There's another one that's starting over here, so mine end up with 3 there. So they're progressive, and because of that, to get the snake eyes, you've got to find one that's right in when it got to that point while it was minting. Very hard. That's like, towards the end of it. So there mightn't be that many that actually could, properly snake eyes. There's a cud right there. What's that? 2009. All right. Well, that's a bit of a scarcer one on the 09, because they normally all start from about 10, but I do have some 9s with Roo Reed and that there, but they're the lesser ones on the 2009, the fine cuds on them, but they are there all the way from 2009 up to 2019. You'll find errors on the back, reverse side. Looking for crop circle, and you can see how it's getting hit here, and said these crop circles are going to disappear. I've got about 20 of them and I'm keeping them all, and if I find them I'm going to keep them because they're going to disappear because of getting hit there, and who knows how many they made. And then you can get crop circle under the beak, which looks like a donut, and then you can get a complete dot under the beak, which I gather is that crop circle that's turned into a complete hole in the die and become a nice round dot, just like that there. It's real nice round one under there, and with that I found it gets a dot down here, and I've got 3 of them. There's a dot there and there, so they're double dotted. They're exactly the same, real nice round cut just there, and matches. So double dot. So if you find one under here, a dot, look down here and there'll be one there. Not sure with the crop circle because I haven't found one yet. I'm not sure if the crop circle had the dot starting. If they're all together and come from one, and the dot is a progression of the donut, then that means that the dot down there in the 0 should also have been starting. And we never know, but we might check it, but it'll be really good if it was just starting and getting, and it was also a donut to match the donut under the beak, and as it progressed on, it became a round cud to match the round cud under the beak. That'd be a really good match set to find that. Double dot and double crop circle. And possibility. I'm thinking there's going to be something there, but I ain't found one. Julie Buttygig's got one, and I'm waiting for her to get back and tell me she checked it and what's on down in that 50, and see if there's some connection. 14, these get 2 crop circles on them. Snapper found another one, so there's one happens in here, and Snapper found one on that ankle just there, exact same. And they're the biggest crop circle, really big round, look like pizzas with topping on them. Got die cracks within the centre. I got pictures of all them in the posts. I did posts and showed all the pictures. Difference, showed the 2012, 2014 and the 2021. And the 2021 5-cent piece with a crop circle on the back of its hand. Oh, there's a nice one. Wide date 1994. 1 mil between the 99, 1 mil between the 94, 7 mil across, and the standard 6 mil across, half a mil between the 99, half a mil between the 94. So that's the wide date, that one. Very nice. A little bit greyish, but that stands out nice. Sometimes discoloration and things, just like that $2, it's worn down and dirt. But it's beautiful for showing up how nice the small head that is, the standard head. You can just see it. It's well away from it. So sometimes wear and tear, a bit of dirt and stuff can actually improve being able to see the error or the variety. Actually, that's what I sent you, Wisey, wasn't it? I sent Wisey a 2012 crop circle. I think I found 4 now. I sent him the last one that I found, the latest one. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Wisey, yeah. Yeah, I sent you that last one that I found. 83, double shadow bars, no, 76. Oh, look, I'm just having a good run with these. Real good run with this, with the federations lately. I mean, they're so low in mintage, and we're so many years after them, and it's a Queensland too. Beautiful. They're all between 2 and 3 million. Pretty sure Queensland comes in like 4th or 5th lowest. They're about 2.3 million, somewhere there. That Queensland. It could be like 2-2, but they're down the lower end of the ones, or in the middle, I should say, with Victoria, New South Wales. Anyway, very nice. Very, very nice. So there's 9 states and territories, and there's one special federation coat of arms that was produced, so for 10 coins. And then there's 9 20-cent pieces of the states and territories to collect as well. And then there's the $1, and that's the full set. So $1 $1, 9 20-cent pieces, 9 states and territory 50 cents, and 1 coat of arms 50 cents. And that's your full set. And the 20 cents is, like I said, they got about 22 to 28 coins to collect if you want to do all the varieties that I've told you about in them. Yeah, there's mega loads. It's 9. Yeah, there's definitely 20 and up to 27 coins to collect for just the 20-cent pieces with the varieties that I've told you about. So that's quite a lot. But if you just want them straight out, well, it's 10 and 10, 20 coins. 9 20s, $1, and 10 50s. Yeah, 20 coins for the set. You get them in silver sets of them. Probably did gold as well. I'm pretty sure they might have. Alright, we'll have another look at another one. But yeah, I'm wrapped with them, getting the federations. I'll take them all day. You know, 2 mil, equivalent to the JC, 50 cents there. Which, well, there's only Norfolk Island, ACT. I think they're 2 million, and then I think like South Australia 2-1. Anyway, yeah, 2 million, just like the 2019 JC. The IRB is only 1 million. That's the one you want in 2019, but they got 2 real low mints. That's a scarce thing to have too in 1 year. And that was before she passed away, so yeah. Yes, anyway, so they're 2 mil, and they're 2 mil, and they're really hard to find, really scarce, and I've been doing well with them. The 74s, they're like 8 mil too, by the way. You know, they're down there in the you know, must-have category. The 74s, that vintage. But you'll find them in better condition. You'll find all of them in good condition, all the way from 69 right through. You just got to look, but you will. You get yourself an almost uncirculated set of 50-cent pieces without spending a cent other than your time. You look for them. And for the crop circle, just zoom up a little bit here. Oh, a little bit closer. Look, sorry, I can't do it all in one hit. That's too far away too. Anyway, that gets the double shadow bars. I haven't said hello to anybody. No, that's good. Yep. And concentrate on this. Again, the crop circle, 2015, lovely coin. Except for the ding, but it's got a nice shade to it. 22, looking for the bubble. What's that on there? No, it's a hit. I thought that was a bubble just there. It's not. And this gets Mr. Snake Eyes, which is just on in there. And on that center reed hub, just there, there's one there and one there. And they're diamond shaped. Like diamonds in the sky. Yeah, very nice. 20, come on, crop circle. It's in nice neck too. There's a 77, not so good. 2010, not rotated. They're 30 degrees out in rotation, the 2010, so one notch of this. There's 12 of them, 30 degrees, 12 30s, 360. So each notch is 30, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're at one notch, so they put it in by mistake because these can't rotate, so they've dropped it in there. One notch out. Probably about to put in, somebody started talking, thought they had it right, pushed it up and tightened it. And no one checked any coins. So, what are they doing? Anyway, that's the second best under the 85, the 72. Next is 73. These are 5 mil, they're 4 mil, and then your 85 at 1 mil. And then got your 93 after that. Your 97, they're 4.1 mil. And a few others, 2020, 2019 IRB, 2019 JC. Probably some other ones, I'm just rattling them off. It's alright right now. Let me just have a little drink of me. What's this time? What have I got? Q Cola from Coles. Exactly the same as LA Ice in the bottle and everything. I reckon it's coming from the same company. They're just labelling it for them different. Come on. Oh. Look at the beveling on here. Still reckon they're having problems with fill. Dye fill in the gutter on the edge of the dyes. So it's flat. Get on to 20 cents as well. That side's starting to go a bit there. Yeah. But they can't bear, even the dye, well, it'd be the dye, it's just all the edge guttering is, well, I don't know, gone or filled on it. Have to ask the mint. Want the accused flag there. There's a very unusual find, and it's a shiny 1996. And that's probably the best one I found in, well, a couple of months, isn't it? If everybody's been watching me pulling these out and showing. The other day I showed you the best one going, it was a lot less than that. So these are 19 mil, for whatever reason, they're exceedingly hard to find in good condition. Nearly everyone's going to be buying these for their sets, unless you want to put up with that. Very fine with some marks, but it's nice and shiny, you know. It's got the shine to it, but a little bit of wear. But back's alright. Anyway, you'd be more than happy with that, I'll tell you now. Anyone that's noodling for the 96, and anyone that's got sets, I know they've bought them. Unless somebody, or, bought, traded, whatever, but they haven't found them. That's your standard 96 right there. That's a standard 96. They really are exceedingly hard to get anything like this. And anything above that is rare as. So, my advice to anyone that's got one, buy one. There's a stick, buy one, because finding one to go, if you got almost uncertain, if you got top notch or your top grade coins, yeah, it's going to be the odd one out unless you buy it, or you keep going through, or you're happy with that one, depending on how good your other coins are and what you set. You got a nice average set, or you couldn't go past that. Very hard to find anyway. You're going to nearly buy, everyone be buying them. Oh, there's another Queensland. What's going on? Been invaded by Queensland down here in Vic. Look at the difference between those two. That's right. I'm making up sets of horrible Federation coins. I need a horrible Norfolk Island to make up a set. That'll be a start of a second one, because they're just, It's horrible. So good set, horrible set. Because I can't throw them back. So well, I have to put them in sets. But I'll just match all the coins with them. And you'll find enough really bad federations. Don't worry to make up a horrible set. But you'll find more. I've got to say that out of like 7, 8 sets there, that they're all good average coins. I mean, at the moment, I need Norfolk Island for just my first set of really bad federation. So it goes show that I've only got one of each state that's, like that. That'll be a second one. It's, really bad. So the vast majority of them are, somewhere around there and a little bit down. Might be like it's something better, but yeah. And it's really weird because they're low mintage. So I don't understand that. And 16. Couple left to go. Oh yeah, all the 2019. Yeah, well that's right, because yeah, you keep them because let me see if I can find that. Sorry, me stick went walkabouts. Yeah, it's one of those years that both coins are low mint. Got a really low mint, and then you've got a pretty, another really low mint, really, 2 million. Yeah. But you know what's a good example is there's a 2001 that I'm finding here compared to the 1985, let's say. And the 1985 is 1 million, and these are 2 million. And you can see I'm pulling these out at 2 million. I've only got 3 85s in the last couple of weeks, or whatever, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, through a lot of 50s. So if you do that comparison with the IRB 2019, and the IRB and the JC 2019, if you do that comparison, the IRB being 1 mil and 2 mil on the JC, you're going to see in years to come that you're going to find JCs, but the IRBs are going to be like the 85s, tagging along pretty scarcely. So yeah, I'd definitely be keeping the 2 of them, but in years to come, the difference is I'm still pulling these out pretty well, good 2, 3 at a time, but not the 85s, and that's a 2 mil mintage compared to the 1 mil mintage. Anyway, that's my point with that 2019 is they're both really low mint, 1 mil, 2 mil, only 1 mil more. But in the future, you'll be pulling out those JCs still. But the IRBs will become like the 85s. Really hard to find. Really, you won't be turning them out too often at all. So every IRB, I suggest everybody keep every single one they find. Same as your 93s, because they're all in that million club. And the difference is, 1 million difference is you'll find them in later years, and the other one you won't. That's a straight 7. It's even with the 0 and the 9. In fact, it looks like it's tilted to the left, doesn't it? I don't know if you can get it tilted to the left. Oh no, it's straight there. Yeah, so you can get dead straight, and then you can get tilted to the right 7, so it tilts right. The top tilts upwards, and when you run across the 0 and the 7, it'll take you up to the rim. At the moment, if you run across the 0 and the 7, it'll run across the 9. And there's 1 flat to find, and 3 definite tilted 7s. And I'm still on I've had 4 of them. 16 million on the cookie. 4 mil would be the flat 7, and by mine, and 12 mil will be all the tilted varieties. But if I'm right with the 4th one, then they'll be 3 mil each. And so the flats are hardest to find because it's the least. 83. Shadow bars, nothing. Let me see if I can put this up a bit. No one, shadow bars, oh, a little bit in the bottom. No. Fruit Loop. Nope, looking in that read in there is where it's in the crop circle, Fruit Loop, right where that little dark spot came up there, that's where it happens. And you can get cuds all around these and on the roof, not fussed over heaps. Here's another crop circle, will be nice in there, and on the leg. And this gets cut errors all around it too, there's a couple there. I'm not going in them, I show every single time I find them. And I'm just not collecting them, I'm just going to tell you and put them over there because I'm really not fussed about them. What was this one that I found? 2009, oh, that was all scarce. 2014, no crop circles. 22, for the bubble on there, no. Snake eyes, nope. Don't know what that is. Oh, 83. Shadow bars, nope. 2006. Nothing. Alright, getting there slowly. What's the time? Ah, lunchtime. I haven't got no pie. I have to have toasties. Yeah, I'll have a toasty. I've got some vintage cheddar, 2-year-old vintage cheddar with some ham on the toasty. Oh, I'm making myself so hungry. My stomach's rumbling like crazy. I haven't eaten. It just went nuts. Yeah, that's the average 96, don't you? That's what you get. You get trail lines on there. I've got videos on it if you want to have a look at those. There's my stick there. Yeah, it's trail lines. They're raised like die cracks, but they're not die cracks. But anyway, I got videos on it. It's an error. What I'm looking for is the big die crack coming off that emu right from his leg, the whizzing emu I call it. I've got pictures on Facebook of it to look for, all them. So you know what to look at, visual. There you go, 96. Have a nice 77, not bad there. Shadow bars, no. Yeah, I'm not fussed with that 77. I've got one there that I showed you. I've got uncirculated, I'm pretty sure they're uncirculated ones in the little bag there, 1 or 2 of them. I don't do anything with them, so just pulled out to show how nice a condition you can get coins as examples. That'll be probably, it'll go back in for somebody else for their sets. Oh, 96. Snob nose. 21 crop circles. No. Crop circle. No. No. shadow bars, not 80 double bars. I said that last time, wasn't that funny? In that roll, we had the 2004. I said 2004 shadow bar, and I said 1980 double bar, and history repeats itself. I've got to set a double bar again. That's 2. and with the same coin on top of them too. For the billions of coins we get, I mean, what's the chances of that? The same scenario twice together in a row. Me saying the same thing, you know, we in the Matrix, was that a glitch? Where's the cat? You know? Deja vu. $97, nice one. You get these with shadow bars. That one's nice. I'll keep that one. But that's, and see, the 96 is better than that. Really scarce find, that one. That's worth heaps more. That's worth more than that. If you don't think so. That's 19 mil, 4.3, 4.7, and 4.3. Which one's worth more? This one. Because you can't find them. You can find these and in better condition. You can find the 97s up to that condition. But that 96, no, not a chance. And so by virtue of being scarce to find the 96, that goes the 97, and it doesn't matter nothing about the mintage, it's about finding them. And the 96s are very scarce, the 97s. I've taken that 196 and I think that's like number 15 or 20 97s in the same period of time. That's not true, it's probably 10 97s over 3 months since I had a nice one, yeah, like that. Yeah, 3 months, 10 97s, could be more. So anyway, point is, the 96s are worth more than the 97s. Don't just look at mintage figures on things, it's the scarcity is what puts the price on it. Mintage figures can put it there solely because they're low mint, like an 85. But when they're up a bit and they're low, and then these other ones, then it becomes on scarcity. Anyway. Still looking for the variety here. Found one variety and it was proof dies they've used on these. They've done a strike both sides. And if you look at the proof 2016 50 cents, that's what you're looking for. Alright, because the font is heaps thicker. It looks like it's away from the rim more. And that's what the 2016 variety looks like. I had one, and well, Steve's got that. Lucky Steve, the only one that I know of, the only one existing. I've never found another one. No one said anything on any of my comments, videos, or mentioned they found one. No, or no, pictures. Obviously pictures. Ah yes, how does luck work? I have to ask the Matrix man. Ergo. Because Ergo, look at that. See, there you go. Ergo. I bagged him. So he just told me that he's around by producing another wide date 1994. And believe it or not, that's the only two that I've had as well, isn't it? And the only two that I've had are both wide dates. Oh, hold on. Is that? I'm being... Yeah, it is. You can get caught out sometimes. Probably because, let me put it around the other way. No, I don't think it is. Is it? Geez, it's been knocked over a bit. No, it is. Yeah. So anyway, 2 wide date, yeah, there it is, yeah. 2 wide date 94s. Well, I don't know the last time I did that, I can tell you. I can't even tell you. I've got not too bad a memory. And I can't tell you the last time I had 2 94s in a row. No, honestly can't. That's pretty scarce in itself. Well, not in the roll, in the same roll, in the same noodle. 22, no, nothing there, no dot there. Yes, yeah, in the same noodle, yeah, done them for about 2 94s, quite a while. I can't remember, so it was a long time ago if it was. Now this gets shadow bars in there. It's just a bit of dirt showing it through. If you get dirt in there, it can show them up, but when you look at them, real look at them, they're not there. They're truly flat with just the discoloration of the metal from where it's going to happen, you know. There's already changes going on in that space, but it's flat. You need it where it's happened, and they're just raised a bit, because that's as good as they get for shadow bars, except for the 66. The 93 to some extent too. But the 66 is the best example for double bar shadow bars. Low speed hump type bars compared to, which are errors compared to these. They're train tracks, dead straight. Train tracks raised. The shadow bars are low, like speed humps. Wide, broad, and oval, just like the finger. They're not sharp at all. So it's got the same stuff as the 2005 going on a bit there. Starting just a little bit. Just caught me eye. Anyway, up the next one. Come on, rotate. One. I think that's got nothing. I thought it had a crop circle, but it didn't. 2014 crop circles, no. Not bad, weary. Just have to wash it. It's just got history smudge on it. I don't know what you call it, just a coating, like coating, but it'll wash off. Finish off with a crop circle. No, that was it. It's my last one. I'm out of here. Pull these into line. Oh, so it was a nice 77. Real nice. 72, second lowest from the 73. Oh, well, third lowest from the 85, but 72. 73, 72. I don't know if I keep that one because I don't know how many there got. 2009, it's got the cuds down the bottom here, error. Is it the bottom there? And on that edge. Chip die. 72, yeah. Oh, I've put it in there, I've got them. 71. It's, that was just a show, nice that they're in there. I don't want them, I'm just showing you. 21980, double bar. Variety coins. Straight 7, Captain Cook. cut error and die fill, die wear on the lettering. So cut down there, and then there's all fill on the 0, the R, the R, the I, the 1, the 9 I mean, it's got a dot in the middle, the 3 at the bottom, and then that one there. Very common. They got that bad they stopped production halfway through the year. Minted 20 mil, was supposed to do 30 something. Worst coin in history, this one. Yeah, up to 35, 36 different errors, combinations. 36 combinations with about 19 errors on it. So if you want error coins, this one. Got plenty, don't want it. They were just pulling out to show you. 294 wide dates. Definite, keeping that. 97, that one's not too bad condition, so I'll keep that. It hasn't got too many dings on the they were a soft metal too, they get dings on the edges of 97s. Nice 96 to show you. I'll put that in there. There's going to be people bleeding, I'll put that in there, but I've got two nice ones. I think I've got 2 or 1. I've got nothing I'm going to do with it. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of people crying that they haven't got that because it'll save them a lot of money buying a mint set. Maybe I should keep it, give it away or something, because there will be. I know, that's a hard one to get. 2 Queenslands, beautiful. One for the crappy, another crappy set, start off the second set, a nice one, 2 mil on them. 2.3 mil, I think there might be somewhere there. And then there, that there, and then 2019, nice, 2 million, beautiful. JC. $1, just a dinosaur. $2, a 93, very hard to find. And the small head, 99, extremely hard to find. Standard small head. It's 0.7, but say 0.8, and the large head will be 0.6 or something, 0.7. Hardly any difference. This one shows up really nice just because of the way it's minted. Looks like that's down and that's up, and it's giving a good indication of the distance. So sometimes things worn and dirty help out tons for you to keep, always keep, as an example. And so for an example, you don't need anything really high quality. But, well, of course, better the better. But if you're not finding it and you got this, that's perfect. You'll be able to match that with the large head 99 straight away, because the IRBs are the same on both. They're both all spaced. So it's just the distance above there. But you always want a nice compare coin for all your varieties. But it doesn't have to be top quality as long as it shows the variety clearly. And then you look for the top notch ones for your set. Anyway, so yeah, so that was pretty good, finding both of them when they're both as hard as each other to find, 20 to 30 large head before you'll find a small, and maybe 15, 20, 30, no, it'll be in dollars. I think I was on $800, well, not last year, $800 per every 93. Or 600, that's how hard. Less, twice is the average of the colour coins, which I've got at 125, 150, so they're about $300. $1 and $300. So. Yeah, hard to find. Hard to find, and I'm scoring pretty good. Easy. Semi easy. Yeah, look, it's just a bit harder than these at the moment, this one, already, 2019, so it's getting down there. So yeah, nice, but yeah, real, that's a nice 96, I'm sure, I bet you there's someone out there that needs that. Positive there will be. So yeah, I'm happy with it. and those 5-cent pieces I put over there, the broad date 88 and the two 1992 large SDs on the 5 cents. So that was pretty cool. So all right, I'm going. Hope you learnt something, enjoyed it. And I've got to take these back and, well, got to keep noodling. I'll no doubt get some more. Let's see, it's darkening it up, hey? Let's see. Oh, there you go. Put my hands there, and the stupid camera does the right thing. Alright, I'll see everybody later. I've got some mail calls to do. I won't say it now. I feel like saying, but there's a mail call here that's going to blow everyone out. Blew me out when I got it. For how long it took to get here. Amazing. So yeah, so I've got a couple of mail calls to do, and I'll take these back and get some coins and check them on the stream. Well, I never do them off stream, always do them on stream. May as well. I've got to check them anyway. Show you what's in there. Except for those 5-cent pieces, because they're just real fiddly and it takes ages to do. Okay, so have a good day, and I'll catch everybody a little bit later on. All right, ta-da for now. Bye-bye. Have a good lunchtime. Ta-ta.